Welcome back, first timers. This is the first official day of the furlough. So, as many of you may not know, Terry and I are both government employees. Hopefully this doesn't go too long, but if it does, this is the start of a furlough series where we're gonna have to just try and figure out how to make do with what we have and try and get through this tumultuous time and still do things for the first time. Definitely not looking forward to this. I'm really nervous about what the future is going to hold and how long this furlough is going to go. Our goal right now is to get back to work eventually, but in the meantime, we're still going to have to try and find some first things to do, but on a budget, because without any dedicated income stream, it's going to make it a lot more difficult to continue the adventures that we were doing with no money coming in. We know a lot of people are in the same boat as us, and our hearts go out to them and their family. But in the meantime, we're gonna try and keep it fun, keep it light while we go through this First Timers Get Furloughed series. Day 2 of the furlough. Not much different from a normal day. Woke up a little bit later than normal, had some coffee, and now we're gonna do a morning workout. We just finished up our workout. Then we watered all our plants, harvested some tomatoes, and I'm gonna start a project that I've been putting off for a long time. It's cleaning a Blackstone grill that I found on the side of the road. Someone was tossing out. It looks like it's in good condition, just a little bit rusted. And we've had it for probably a year, and I've just been kicking the can to get it cleaned up. So today is finally that day. Everything seems to be working pretty well. It fired up. Probably gonna break it apart and then eventually paint it if I have time. Day 3 of the furlough. And today we have a bunch of projects we're gonna be working around the house. I'm gonna keep working on this grill. I'm going to paint some of the rusted spots. Terry's working on the garden right now. She hasn't been feeling camera ready, so she hasn't been on here. Take her car in because she's having some issues with her tire pressure sensors. We've been putting that off for, I don't know, maybe a year. And then we're gonna get ready because we are taking a trip to Tampa tomorrow. It's gonna be just a quick overnighter to go watch one of my favorite bands from my childhood, Papa Roach. While we are trying to cut costs, we've already spent for the hotel, we've already bought the tickets, so there's no real getting out of it at this point. We're still monitoring the news to see if there's any potential for a resolution so we can get back to work. As of right now, there isn't. I don't know how long this is gonna stretch out for. We are eligible for unemployment. We're not going that route yet, especially after only a few days. It may come to the point where we're looking for additional side hustles or things like that to get income coming in. Right now, that's not the day. We're just kind of taking care of things around the house that we've been putting off between work and our YouTube channel. Got a little carried away with the grill here, so I decided to go through the garage and look for things that we could sell. Not that we absolutely need to sell anything right now, but we do have a lot of stuff that we're just not using. Like this commercial grade canopy and this beach cart that we're not using. This ice maker, as well as this spin bike that we've had for years and we've never used it. That ended up being pretty easy. We posted a bunch of things. The beach cart sold within the first minute and a half. I think we probably underpriced it. I didn't realize it was gonna be in such high demand. I mean, we had 6 or 7 people message us in the first literal minute and they came, picked it up and it was gone. So maybe we have to do better at pricing because I think I'm underselling some of these things. It is day 4 of the furlough.
Road trip snacks, we got donuts, we got some kind of bagel, egg, and cheese sandwich, hash browns, coffee. It's early, I'm going back to sleep.
We're on our way to Tampa Bay because we're going to watch the band Papa Roach. We're gonna do an entire video about that, but just wanted to check in for day 4 of the furlough. It's day 5 of the furlough. We're heading home from Tampa. We had a great time at the Papa Roach concert. That video will be up eventually, maybe out before this even comes out. We do realize that one night overnights are probably not for us. It's a 6.5 hour drive each way, and we stayed out way too late. So now this drive home is not awesome. It's gonna give us a couple hours to kind of game plan what we're doing for the rest of the week. I think we're going back to the basics and we're gonna be trying to sell things around the house that we don't need just to generate some additional income. And then we're also gonna work on some side projects around the house that we've been putting off. We're not quite looking for other employment just yet. If this thing stretches out much further, then we're probably gonna have to figure something out, maybe Uber or DoorDash or something like that. So stay tuned, but for now, we got a long drive and we'll check in tomorrow. Welcome back to day number 6 of the furlough. We made it back from Tampa. It was way longer of a drive than it should have been. A lot of traffic, a lot of bad weather. But we're back home. We got a bunch of random chores to do around the house today. Still no word about the government opening. For today, we are going to get our workout in. We're gonna make sure that our plants are taken care of because we were gone for a day. Got to get them watered, harvest some tomatoes, maybe some peppers. And then I think we're gonna keep going through the house to look for things that we're not using that are just taking up space that we're gonna be able to sell. We were pretty successful last week when we did that. Yeah, we're also like making appointments for things that we've been putting off. Like I got a optometry appointment today that I've been putting off for months. I think Terry's gonna make an appointment to get her car serviced. Nothing too wild and exciting, but we are taking care of a lot of the stuff that we've just been putting off for so long. I think we're at the point where we're gonna start looking at some potential ways to make some other income. You know, I think part of doing that is just gonna be putting my pride aside and say, hey, you know what? We have no money coming in. This is gonna be a good avenue for us to get a little bit of an income stream while we're waiting for all the things to work out. So anyway, we'll check in with you later. We got our workout in. We started taking care of stuff around the house. We had some side projects to do. I had to get some screws and some concrete drill bit, but we stopped over at the local Ace Hardware and found some sweet barbecue sauce. Holy cola. They have all kinds of sauces here. If you're out here in the Fort Walton Beach area, come out here. They got seasonings and sauces as well as like things to do projects. We are now at day 7 of the furlough. Things are not looking hopeful. There was a couple votes yesterday, none of them passed. We're gonna get a workout in now, dental appointments, we're getting our flu shots, a lot of random chores that we were trying to knock out. I know a lot of people in the same situation, so definitely not looking for sympathy and not thinking we're special and unique. Really gotta shift the mindset into, okay, if this drags on longer, is it time to find new employment? So we're gonna figure that out. Today is day number 8 of the furlough. We are doing a morning walk. We've been working out pretty much every day since the furlough started, either a full workout or just a nice stroll around the neighborhood. Besides that, today, the other big things we got going on is we have somebody coming to take a look at the boat. Yeah, I know, it's sad. We've had that boat for a while. But right now, we're just trying to unload things that we think have significant value, but we're not really using as much as we'd like to. So with the boat, the first year we had it, we were out there maybe about 10 times. The second year, probably 6 or 7. And then this last year, probably only 3 or 4 times. So it's gone down a lot. The boat has definitely held its value and we're towards the end of this boating season. So if we're gonna sell it this year, now's the time to do it before it's too late. We actually did a full video of selling the boat. So if you want any more explanation or to see the old Boston whaler go to her new home, check out that video. We are day 9 of the furlough and we are out. We are out and we are about. We got dressed up into normal clothes. We're not wearing gym clothes. We did get our workout in and we did sell some things. So we got money coming in. We're still kind of riding a high after selling the boat. And so we're a little bit less stressed about making sure we have enough funds to get through the furlough. And we're out here. We're at the Elks. It's our local Elks, number 1795. We just transferred our membership from another Elks and we're just enjoying the sun, the sunset, and this beautiful view. But let's check in with Terry.
It was definitely time to get out of the pajamas or the gym clothes, so I felt compelled to dress kind of fancy today. We got some fall vibes going on, even though we're next to this beautiful water and the beach. But we are at the Elks. The drinks are a little bit cheaper here, so we felt like maybe we could have a drink or two and not break the bank.
It is day 10 of the furlough and we're getting a little bit of a late start today. We stayed out a little too late last night celebrating the chance that we might be going back to work, which we're not. So we did nothing productive. I watched Superman. I got a Subway sandwich courtesy of YouTube. They sent me a gift card for a Subway sandwich. And now Terry and I are at a local high school homecoming game because the team here is undefeated. They're state and nationally ranked. They're doing really good things and we both love football. We're here, we're gonna cheer them on. We're gonna see if we can get some snacks, have a good time, and ease on into the weekend. It is day 11 of the furlough, almost day 12. I completely lost track of today and almost didn't do this vlog. Terry's gonna stay off camera because I don't think she wants to be on this late in the night. And she's dressed for bed. Basically just did some gardening at the house, kind of got some of our plants squared away that we had to clean up before the fall. We ran a bunch of errands and then we got into this monster show on Netflix. We've been binge watching that pretty much all day. So nothing exciting going on here. We'll see you tomorrow. It is day 12 of the furlough. It's a Sunday, so that means it's football, barbecue, and maybe some pool time. Weather's still great here in Florida. It's been getting a little chilly, dropping into the 60s and 70s at night, but daytime, mid 80s. It's been great. In terms of the furlough, it doesn't look like they've been making much progress. Some estimates say this could go on until November, possibly December. Hopefully that's not the case, but I guess hope is not a plan. It does sound like there's some traction for active duty military. Maybe they're going to be able to get paid, which would help. In terms of government civilians, still no talk, and still a lot of talk of us not getting paid if or when we do return to work. Stress is moderate at this point. Right now, we're trying to just be optimistic and take it day by day. Tomorrow's a holiday, so we wouldn't be at work anyway, and then we'll see where we go from there. Day number 13, and we pretty much had nothing planned. It's Monday, so Columbus Day or Indigenous Peoples Day. I'm not sure which one it is currently. Terry had an eye appointment, got rescheduled. I had a basic wellness appointment to make sure that I'm running in tip-top shape, and for now, we're just gonna water the plants and hang out by the pool, maybe catch some sun, because summer is not over yet. We might be in fall, but we still got some more summer weather here in Florida. Today is day number 14 of the furlough. No end in sight. It's been now 2 full weeks. Today we're gonna be harvesting our sweet potatoes. We've been growing them since I think May, so we don't know exactly what we're gonna get because everything's underground. And this is gonna be our food stores going forward for this furlough time. We have 2 bags, and each bag had, I believe, 3 slips from the beginning. So we hope we have enough harvest, at least give us something to eat if the money's not rolling in.
What is that even? My God.
The first bag, we got about 15 pounds worth of sweet potatoes, maybe even a little bit more. There are some really big daddies in there. I was kind of thinking we were gonna get a bunch of little ones. Instead, we got less, but way big ones. Oh, God dang. What? Wow. Oh, God. So we just weighed the entire haul, and it came in just about 30 pounds, about 15 pounds per bag. I think that was pretty successful. I mean, it took a lot of months, but we didn't really do anything. Once we planted them, we just watered them. Now we're supposed to keep them in a warm, humid place for 3 to 5 days for them to cure, and that way they'll last a lot longer. Day number 15 is here, and still no signs of work. We did sell the boat. Now, I know we sold the boat a while back, but the owner ended up coming back to pick it up today. So we got our boat parking, RV parking space back. Maybe we'll turn this into some other project. I've been kind of thinking about enclosing this whole area and putting a kind of a platform in it and making it maybe an additional living space. Right now, that's probably financially not in the cards, but it is a big space here. Day number 16, and I'm being drugged around the neighborhood by Mr. Ramen Noodles. He doesn't generally like to go for walks because he just runs around in the backyard, but today he went and got his leash, so we're taking him. He's the worst. He's not very good on a leash, but that's probably our fault. Terry's mom's showing up. She's gonna be with us for about a week, so she's gonna come visit. So we were getting the house ready, getting things in order. We have to go to the commissary, get some supplies, some provisions, and we're balling on a budget. Now we're just gonna finish our walk, enjoy this nice view of the water, and yeah, we'll check in later. It's day number 17 of the furlough, and yes, we're at a fancy restaurant. Terry's mom got into town, and we took her out to Marina Cafe. If you're out here, make sure you book a reservation, because from 5 to 6, you get buy one, get one free off the entree menus. They also have a special. If you come out here for happy hour, it's half off cocktails and it's half off appetizers. But also, if you have the American Express Platinum card, you get a $100 Resi credit when you go to any Resi restaurant. And Marina Cafe here in Destin is one of those restaurants. So we're able to come out here, buy one, get one free, and get $100 off with the Resi credit. While we're not working and we are furloughed, it's basically free.
And you still gotta have some fun.
I got a bunch of food. We had a couple cocktails. We're having a good time. Terry's mom's having a good time. We're watching the sunset. But if you come out to Destin, definitely look up Marina Cafe. book ahead of time for 5 to 6, pretty much any day. Check their website for information. And then if you're interested, I'll leave a link in the description below for our American Express referral code. We get points, you get sweet sign-up bonuses, and if you get the platinum, you can come here and get $100 off. What's up, guys? It's day 18, and I meant to film earlier because Terry and I took her mom out to the Greek festival in Fort Walton Beach. Well, technically it was Mary Esther. It was so busy. A lot of people, a lot of great food. We crushed a bunch of pastries. I wish I filmed it because I would have showed you. But now we're actually at a birthday party. So we're gonna enjoy it, have a little barbecue, watch some football, maybe swim in the pool. But today's gonna be a low-key day, and we'll see you tomorrow for day number 19. Hello. Today is day number 19 of the furlough. We had some things planned today. We were gonna take Terry's mom out on a dolphin cruise that we had already pre-booked and planned. However, the weather wasn't great. It was really choppy. It was rainy earlier today, and they canceled and gave us a full refund. Tomorrow is gonna be a big day. I start my new job. I have to be there at 10:30. I gotta get a screening, and I'm going down to a local plasma donating place. We're not necessarily at the place where I should have to sell my plasma for money. It's going to be nice to have a little bit of income coming in without having to dip into our savings. We're going to do a whole video about it. You'll be able to see all the information, but basically I can make up to $1,000 a month by just donating my plasma. But anyway, we're going to enjoy our Sunday before we go back to being working people, blood salesmen, and then Terry. It is day number 20 of the furlough, and I finally made some money. I had to sell my own blood. Well, technically it was plasma. It took about 3 hours to get through the physical, the intake, and the questions, and then to actually donate the plasma. But in the future, it's only gonna take about 45 minutes to an hour. I'm gonna talk about all of that in a separate video. And sadly, government's still shut down. But there's a vote today. Fingers crossed we can get back to work soon because it's going a little long this time. It is day number 21 of the furlough, and we are on a boat. Terry's mom's out here for vacation. We're not technically on vacation because we're not getting paid. We're out here taking a dolphin cruise with the AJ's boat, Sequest number 2. Terry and I have been on this boat a couple times before, and it's a great one because it does have easy accessibility for people with mobility issues. So there's a ramp rather than stairs. We're gonna be out here for about 2 hours looking for dolphins. Today is day 22 of the furlough. Now, we thought we were gonna get something passed through the Senate today, but that didn't happen, unfortunately. So the furlough continues. I did get a lot of editing done, finished a video. The video that we shot when we went to Tampa to see the Papa Roach concert, that one is finally done. And I sold some of my plasma again, another $100. It took about 2.5 hours this time, still longer than the 1 hour that they advertised for giving blood. It just took a little bit longer to get a seat. It was very busy today. A lot of people are selling their plasma. A little difficulty finding a vein again, so kind of blew my left arm up a little bit. Gonna have to probably switch to the right going forward. But $100, 2.5 hours, and Terry's mom's last day is tomorrow. So she actually took us out to dinner to celebrate her last day, and then we'll be sending her home tomorrow afternoon. It's later in the day. We'll see you tomorrow for day number 23. It is day number 23 of the furlough. There was a vote today to get some partial payments or to pay some parts of the federal government employees. That didn't happen, didn't pass. This is gonna be the first full missed paycheck. So we had a partial paycheck already. This will be a first full missed paycheck, and no signs of resolution anytime soon. We are still making plans, trying to figure out how best to navigate this. They're still fine. We're really trying to hunker down and figure out exactly what we need to do. We did have some success selling some stuff today, so that's a nice little perk. We did get some cash in that way, and I wasn't able to sell any plasma today because I've already done it twice this week, so we'll pick that up next week. Very low-key day today, and then tomorrow we do have quite a bit going on because we already had a pre-scheduled video where we're going to stay out in Navarre for a staycation. So we're gonna be out there for the weekend, but we'll bring you along for that. It is day 24 of the furlough. We're looking happy, we're smiling. We still have no jobs, but we're out at the beach. We're doing a little staycation out in Navarre Beach. Couldn't cancel. didn't want to cancel, and definitely not canceling. But we got some poke, we're gonna be hanging out at the beach, shoot our video, and have a good time, even though we're currently unemployed.
It's day 25 of the furlough. We're still not getting paid, we're still not at work, but we got costumes and drinks. Cheers!
It is day number 26 of the furlough. We had a great time out in Fort Walton Beach last night. It was nice to kind of just relax, forget the fact that we don't have jobs and we have no prospects of coming back to work anytime soon. So it was nice to get dressed up. We got to be firefighters, pretend like we have jobs. Today, it's Sunday, it's raining, it's football day, and it's starting to feel football weather. It's getting a little chilly at night, but this rain is really setting us over the edge. So I'm gonna be grilling some short ribs and some chicken. And then we're just gonna have a real low-key, relaxed Sunday because we did go pretty hard last night and didn't get until pretty early this morning. That's all I'm gonna say about that. It is day number 27 of the furlough. I have a scheduled physical, my annual physical. It's time to get checked up again. So I'm at Eglin Air Force Base. Luckily, they're still open. Do all the typical checks just to make sure that everything is running smooth. Besides that, we're gonna be just sticking around the house, do some cleanup. I plan on getting a workout in a little bit. Pretty non-eventful day. I'll be selling plasma tomorrow and then Thursday, so I'll knock out 2 this week. I do have some bruising going on, so hopefully that's not a deterrent for them to take my plasma. And so far I haven't spent any of the plasma money. It just keeps rolling over on the card now. And I do think I'm probably gonna use that money to just maybe buy some gold. I know that's kind of weird and random. Right now, we don't have to dip into that money. We're still relying on our savings. It might be a good perk to just sell my blood and turn it into gold. It is day number 28 of the furlough. I did wake up early and we had somebody come by and buy something that we were selling. So we had these curtain painting tapestry things. We sold those. I also went off to sell my plasma again today, but I was turned away because of bruising from the last previous plasma donations. He sent me home and said I could try and come back tomorrow. So sadly, I didn't make any money doing that today. We got our workout in. We're post-workout walk, and then I'm gonna do some yard work. And Terry's going to, what are you doing?
Making soup.
She's gonna be making soup.
And spooky waffles.
And spooky waffles. So we're test driving some spooky waffles that we're gonna be taking to a potluck on Friday. So we want to make sure they're not gross and that they're spooky. Day number 29, and spirits are a little down today. I wasn't able to sell my plasma yesterday because of the bruising, so that was kind of a bummer, and didn't really have anything to sell today. Haven't been feeling that awesome. It does seem like this thing's stretching out longer than anyone would have ever expected. You know, there are talks now that it could go into the holidays and maybe even further than that. You know, we'll see. For today, we went out, got some groceries, a little provisions, went to the commissary on base and were able to get a couple things. And then we stopped at Chipotle. I had a $15 gift card that I got through the YouTube partner promotion, so we were able to use that and get a bowl and a burrito, pay a little bit out of pocket, but still eating on the cheap. The weather's nice though. It is getting a little chilly. That's about it. Nothing too crazy. And now we're eating burritos. It is day number 30 of the furlough, and things are starting to look a little extra bleak. We weren't able to sell anything today and wasn't able to sell any plasma. We are both really starting to contemplate looking at other job opportunities because there is talk this could last out maybe until February or even longer, and that's if we're able to come back. And Noodles isn't taking the news very well. I think he feels the stress in the house. So we try and stay pretty upbeat. Tomorrow is Halloween. We're gonna try and dress up and be more upbeat. It is officially day 31 of the furlough, and we are dressed like pirates.
Because it's Halloween.
We're having a good time. We're in a neighborhood shindig, and people are dressed up. People are having a good time.
It's getting wild.
And we'll check back in tomorrow because besides this, and maybe a couple other parties we're going to, we got nothing else planned for day 31. It is day 32 of the furlough. We had a great time last night. We saw a bunch of our friends, went to a few spots, had a neighborhood party. Really, probably the best Halloween we've had in a long time. We didn't stay out too late. We were able to get home relatively early, but we're still struggling a little bit. Might have drank just a little bit too much. Today's almost over. We missed it, and it was a beautiful day. We're starting the day late. I'm gonna be grilling up some steaks. It's football day and Game 7 of the World Series. Between the University of Oklahoma game and the World Series, we got a lot of sports to watch today. Yeah, we're still thoughting and plotting, but we're gonna get through it, and we'll see you tomorrow. It's day number 33 of the furlough. It's football day, Sunday. The only problem is Tampa Bay has a bye this weekend, so no Tampa games. Duties is having a good time running around in the backyard. I don't think we're gonna get out. The weather's really nice. It's kind of just a nice, relaxing sit by the pool day. We'll just see you for day 34 tomorrow of the furlough. It is day 34 of the furlough. Still no signs of a resolution or a bill getting passed. We started looking at jobs yesterday. I started looking at some teaching jobs here for the county, but then also some of the local colleges. I would say I'm qualified to teach. I got my bachelor's, I got my master's, and in Florida they have some rules about veterans and family members of veterans where you don't need a teaching credential to be able to teach. And so I was looking into that and potentially maybe taking some classes. I got a little GI Bill left, and then there's some other programs, some vocational training. So while I am highly educated, it's very specific into military and government civilian type work. Out here, without any of those options available, I'm really gonna have to look to pivot to do something differently. Terry's been looking for jobs. She doesn't wanna be on camera because we just finished working out and she doesn't have any makeup on. We're starting to really take this looking for job stuff seriously. We don't know when or if we go back, and if we do, will we get paid? And if we do, how long will we keep those jobs before they get rid of them or we get let go for other reasons? So not all doom and gloom. It is sunny, so that's nice. It's not super cold, a little chilly. Yeah, that's it. We're just continuing to cut spending, trying to find ways to make money. So day 34, we'll see you tomorrow. It is day number 35 of the furlough, and I have felt like I am not very productive. So I went through some of my old stuff around the house, silver rounds and some junk silver. Took it down to a coin shop that I decided to trade some of it in. So I consolidated a whole bunch of silver into gold. Gold has been fluctuating up and down, and I probably made the worst decision in terms of premiums and spot prices and all that, but it gave me something to do today, and it kept me feeling like I was kind of being productive. Now let's see if gold goes up.
Day 36 of the government shutdown, longest in history. We're still furloughed. Woke up this morning, went to go for our pre-workout walk, looked at the tires on my car because we have a road trip coming up. I need 4 new tires. It's a great day.
It's not all doom and gloom like Terry said. There were some votes that happened last night, and it seems like there may be a chance that we're getting closer to a resolution, or at least closer to people being open to talk about a resolution to get the government open. We got to work out, run some errands, and hopefully we can get those tires put on Terry's car today, because we're taking that for a road trip for a video that we're doing out in Helen, Georgia. Now, I know we're cutting costs and we're watching what we spend, but this trip was already booked, I don't know, 6-7 months ago, and it's already paid for, so there's no backing out at this point. We can't wait to show you Helen, Georgia. It's supposed to be a beautiful place, and it's a great time of the year. And we get to pick up the gold from yesterday that we traded the silver from around the house. Picked up gold. It's not much compared to the amount of silver that I traded in. I guess the gold silver ratio is around 80. We're gonna call it here, and then we will see you tomorrow for day number 37. Yeah, day number 37. It is day number 37 of the furlough. We thought there was a little bit more traction. We've been hearing rumors on the news that some of the representatives and some of the senators are looking to talk and discuss and hopefully come to a resolution, at least get a continuing resolution passed. So we already had a trip planned to go to Helen, Georgia. So we're gonna be out there for the next 4 days. We'll leave in the morning. And so today on our walk, we didn't do a workout because I'm pretty sore from yesterday. So we're just doing a stroll around our neighborhood. We decided to plan what we're doing, and we got a really action-packed plan for our Helen, Georgia trip. So we're looking at doing 2 videos, one of the town itself, food, restaurants, the hotel we're staying at, all the basic information you need to know about things to do and where to stay in Helen, Georgia. But we're also doing a national parks video. We're gonna be out at the Chattahoochee something River National Park. There's been recent changes in rules where we can now film in national parks without getting permits and having to pay all kinds of fees. So we're gonna be doing hikes. We're gonna be looking at waterfalls. We're gonna go to lookout points. Today, really all we're doing is getting ready to go out of town. We're gonna get packed up, and we'll see you tomorrow for day number 38 of the furlough, but we'll be on our way to Helen, Georgia. It is day number 38, and we thought they were going to reach a resolution today. They did not. But that didn't stop the fun, because today we're out in Helen, Georgia for a wild adventure.
We were going to cancel the trip because we're furloughed, but the hotel was non-refundable, so here we are.
Stay tuned for this video, because we're going to be checking out Helen, Georgia. We're going to go hiking in the National Forest. I'm going to get on a roller coaster. Terry's going to maybe ride a horse. It was a long drive to get out here. We've been out filming all day. We're going to go see about some karaoke, maybe a drink or three, and then we got an early morning for hiking. So that's probably it for today. We're trying to have a good time, and we're still staying optimistic that the government opens up soon. I almost missed day number 39 of the furlough. We got carried away in national parks, hiking, food, karaoke. We're out here still in Helen, Georgia, having a great time. And it's almost midnight. Not quite, but we totally blew right past day 39. We'll see you tomorrow for day 40 of the furlough. It is day number 40 of the government shutdown furlough. We're still in Helen, Georgia. I'm about to go on the mountain roller coaster right now, and it's absolutely freezing. It's our last full day here in Helen, Georgia, and we're having a great time. It's day 41 of the furlough. We're back home, back with Noodles. It was a great trip out to Helen, Georgia. It got really cold up there. It's really chilly here, but day 41, it looks like they have made some progress towards a continuing resolution. So there is hope that we will be getting back to work at some point this week. Tomorrow's Veterans Day, so we wouldn't have work tomorrow anyway, and then we'll be going from there. So hopefully by Thursday, maybe Friday, we should be back to work. We're gonna get unpacked, get settled. We're gonna enjoy the last couple days of not working, and hopefully we get back soon. Welcome back to day number 42 of the government shutdown.
What a day it has been. It's Veterans Day. We were out getting a couple chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A, went to see a movie, got some coffee.
Now we're getting a car wash because we just got back from Georgia yesterday. We did a little off-roading to look for some camp out there in Georgia, and boy, did this old gal get muddy, the car.
Not me.
It does sound like the government is getting closer to being reopened. The representatives are coming back tomorrow, which is Wednesday, and there should be a vote, and we're hopeful that we get back to work on Thursday, maybe Friday. It's been a good Veterans Day. We had a good time. We watched a movie, and we'll check back in with you tomorrow for day number 43 of the government shutdown, which we are hoping it'll be the last day before we go back to work. It is day number 43 of the government shutdown and furlough, and it sounds like there's going to be a vote tonight about 7 p.m., and we may be able to report back to work tomorrow. There's no other details. We haven't heard anything officially, so we are on pins and needles getting ready to get back to work tomorrow. But today was pretty eventful because we are anticipating going back to work any day now. We wanted to make sure we tied up any loose ends that we hadn't taken care of over the last 43 days. Terry did some housework. I went and sold my blood one more time. I'm gonna try and squeeze in 2 blood sales this week because you get the bonus. I worked on the blood selling video that should be out before this one. Anyway, if we're going back to work tomorrow, you will definitely see it for our last furlough video because we'll round it out tomorrow before we go to work. Fingers crossed, and we will see you tomorrow for day number 44 or day number 1 of going back to work. Today would be day 44 of the furlough.
But I think you can guess by the way that we're dressed, we're back to work.
It's been a long 44 days. All the ups and the downs have been crazy. Not knowing if we're gonna go back to work, when we're going back to work, and if we're ever getting paid. But we survived.
We did. We're up early, the birds are chirping, it's a little brisk, but we're headed back to work today.
We did find ways to stay entertained and make some money along the way. I sold my blood, Terry sold things around the house, and we got through it. But we are so glad it's over. If you guys followed along, hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you didn't, maybe check out one of these other videos right here where we did something else that you might enjoy. Thanks again for following along in this episode, and join us next time when we try something else new for the first time.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. First timers.
High five.